choreography added over the years, which is just down in the valley and over yonder, which you saw some people do. So whatever you're moved to do, or you can just sit there and sing or sit there and pray, however you do that. So we're going to go to I Want to Hear Somebody, what do you think? Smile. You want to hear somebody smile? You want to see somebody smile? Okay, let's try that. I want to see somebody smile. I want to see somebody smile down in the valley and over yonder. Everybody? Laugh. All right. I want to hear somebody laugh. I want to hear somebody laugh. Down in the valley and over yonder, I want to hear somebody laugh. Anyone else? Yeah. Heal. Right. I want to see somebody heal. I want to hear that somebody's healed. Down in the valley and over yonder, I want to see somebody heal. Anyone else? We can do one more. Dance. I want to see somebody dance. I want to see somebody dance. Down in the valley and over yonder, I want to see Shira dance. I want to hear somebody pray. I want to hear somebody pray. Down in the valley and over yonder, I want to hear somebody pray.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
So I look around this room and I bet you're thinking, that's not Rabbi Axelrod. First. But I do, when I look around, I see so many people I've known for almost 25 years. I've been affiliated with Congregation Near to Me on and off. And I'm just so honored to be here with these incredibly talented musicians and vocalists and prayer leaders. And so my name is Rabbi Cookie Olshine. I'm the resident rabbinic scholar here at Congregation Near to Me. And if we don't know each other yet, please come say hi at the Oneg so that we can get to know each other. Tonight, I'm going to be sitting in literally Rabbi A's seat, and I'll have the opportunity to share during our service. And because Thanksgiving is only 6 days away, I thought focusing on gratitude was a very Jewish thing to do this Shabbat. So we're going to continue with Hine Matov now. How good and how pleasant it is when we all come together.
Not to the tune Defying Gravity. I know you really wished it would be. Sorry. How good it is. Yeah, right, exactly. How good it is to be together, brothers and sisters. A tale told long ago, passed down by the waves and the wind. We've made it this far together, you know. Come, brothers and sisters, let's sing. Hine matov u'mana'im, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov u'mana'im, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov u'mana'im, shevet שבת אחים גם יחד. Come gather round and hear the song. If you're the wandering kind, 'cause you can make it alone, but just so you know, we leave no one behind. Our mothers and fathers who've weathered the storms grew strong in the trials of their times. So we brothers and sisters, Lador Vador, carry on with this song in our lives. Hine matov u'manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov u'manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. We'll sing out this song for years to come, in a story without an end, for how good it is to be among our brothers and sisters and friends. Well, I hope you're already beginning a Shabbat Shalom. I encourage you, if you're sitting by yourself, to not be more than one seat away from somebody else, to bring in Shabbat as community. So hopefully, I know no one ever wants to get up and move, but it's okay. I was a stranger in a community last Shabbat, along with another 20 strangers from our group. We walked into a beautiful sanctuary in Buenos Aires, Argentina, a Masorti community, which is like conservative Judaism. And it was called Dor Lador, I believe, I think so, which is generation. It's a community of generations. And we didn't know what the service was going to be like. We were greeted so nicely. And there were 2 Benot Mitzvah that were leading the service, along with a cantor and a rabbi, and they had a percussionist, and they had a pianist and a backup singer. So visually, it looked very similar to our services. Some of it even sounded very similar. A little bit of a Spanish accent. It was hard to follow along in the Siddur because, well, for me, I could follow the Hebrew, but I sat next to my husband, Jeremy, who is still working on his Hebrew and usually follows in transliteration. And the transliteration even looked a little bit different. So he was a little bit lost, and I did one of these that I used to do when he was going through his choosing of Judaism. It was fun, it was different, and it was a little bit of a fish out of water. But the melodies and the Hebrew words and the order of the service, the Seder of the service, all of that was something we've heard before. All of that brought us together as a community. It didn't matter what country or what side of the equator we were sitting on. We were all Jews in the room. So I look around tonight and I see faces that we haven't seen before, we haven't seen in a long time, and you may be feeling like I was last week in Buenos Aires, and hopefully you'll ask questions, hopefully you will greet someone new, hopefully you'll get out of your comfort zone a little bit, but also be brought together by this sacred space, by this sacred moment of Shabbat. And so we begin to bring in that light by lighting our Shabbat candles in just a moment. And Kathy is going to have the honor of doing that in memory of her husband. This is his first yortzeit, not with us. And so she's both sponsored our oneg tonight and is lighting our Shabbat candles. We'll have you go around the other side in his memory. Also, just one little reminder, the music is different tonight on Shabbat in the Round. For those of you who are new or newish, not every Friday night sounds like this. So we've given you a siddur. There's one that says sheet music version in pink on the bottom, in the blue. If it says that, then you have the sheet music. And if you feel like I can't follow sheet music, there is a version with just the text that we can get you. Okay, so just find Brian and he will switch that out for you. And if you want to try to follow with the music, that's good too. And next week we'll be back with your regularly scheduled Mishkan Tefillah. Let us bring in the light. We'll tell you
going to be singing Shalom Aleichem. And I thought I would just share a little bit about gratitude for the angels that we might have in our lives. So modern Reformed Jews, we don't spend a lot of time focusing on angels. In fact, we pretty much removed all references to angels from our liturgy back more than 100 years ago. But angels are everywhere in our sacred stories. I mean, there's the angel that stopped Abraham from sacrificing Isaac, and the angel that Moses saw at the burning bush, and the Ish, or the angel that Jacob wrestled with before receiving his new name, Yisrael. These malachim, these messengers of God, did not just exist in ancient times. Indeed, they can, and they often do, exist in our modern lives. So think about it. How many of us have been unexpectedly helped when we never imagined someone would? Someone who appeared in front of us right when we needed them. Someone who said just the right thing or did just the right thing when everything seemed to be falling apart. When we imagined no one cared or no one could help, or why would anyone stop and help me? Hopefully, for every example that we can think of, we too have in our hearts a memory of us going out of our way for someone else. Hopefully we have 10 times the number of stories of us taking the opportunity to be someone else's angel, to be a messenger of God, showing up at just the right time, to be present for someone in need, being that extra hand when someone is struggling. Hopefully we can identify the times we've been moved to act without reason, feeling something in our heads and in our hearts that tells us to act, that tell us that we are needed. We have 6 days before the American holiday of Thanksgiving, and yet Judaism teaches us that we should practice gratitude every single day for every one of the angels in our lives. And so when we sing Shalom Aleichem, inviting the angels into our hearts and homes each and every Shabbat, let us always stop for just a moment and think about who has been an angel for us in the past week, and perhaps who we can be an angel for in the week to come.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharei, Malachei Elyon, Mimelech, Malachei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem leShalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Mimelech, Malachei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom Aleichem. Shalom Aleichem. Baruchuni leShalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Mimelech, Malachei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tzidchem leShalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Mimelech, Malachei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
Shalom Aleichem.
Shalom Aleichem. Shalom
So the title of this one is called Come, Gather, all of us together. Maybe a little more so than usual because the boiler's out and it's a little cold. I didn't know that until right before I walked in. So as we gather around, giving each other warmth, literal warmth in some cases, we call upon God. We say to each other, to ourselves, are you ready to pray? Try that with us.
Come all of you, come all of us, and bless the one who blesses. Come all of you, come all of us, and bless the one who blesses. Do 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 do. Adonai echad, Baruch Shem kevod malechuto leolam vaed. Please be seated. You shall love, Adonai, with all your soul, and all your mind, and teach these words, day and night, to all your children, for it's their right, wear them proudly as a sign upon your shall write them on the doorpost of your house and on your gates throughout all time. And you shall love Adonai with all your soul, and all your mind. Teach these words. Doorpost of your house and on your gates throughout all time.
Some of you have heard me quote one of my favorite poets. His name is John Rodell. But this piece that I'm going to share with you is one I've never shared with any community. In a moment, we are going to sing Mi Chamocha to thank God for our freedom. And yet, so many of us feel so encumbered, so weighed down, so constrained, so caged, that I dare say we might not really understand how to free ourselves from that which enslaves us. In the poem I'm about to share, John talks about being caught between our hearts, our heads, our guts, and our lungs. And for me, my lungs represent freedom. Freedom to breathe and be in the moment. To be of the moment. To leave everything behind that John says holds us back when we are too much in our hearts, our heads, and even in our guts. As we prepare to celebrate our freedom, where are you tonight? Are you in your head, your heart? Are you in your gut? Or are you in the moment, in your lungs? And what might it take to give ourselves the permission to let it all go and just breathe in this moment? Here is the poem by John Rodell. He teaches us, my brain and heart divorced a decade ago over who was to blame about how big of a mess I have become. Eventually, they couldn't be in the same room with each other. Now my heart and head share custody of me. I stay with my brain during the week, and my heart gets me on weekends. They never speak to each other. Instead, they give me the same note to pass to each other back and forth every week. And their notes they send to one another always say the same thing. This is all your fault. On Sundays, my heart complains about how my head has let me down in the past. And on Wednesday, my head lists all of the times my heart has messed things up for me. In the future, they blame each other for the state of my life. There's been a lot of yelling and crying. So lately, I've been spending a lot of time with my gut, who serves as my unofficial therapist. Most nights, I sneak out of the window in my rib cage and slide down my spine and collapse on my gut's plush leather chair that's always open for me. And I just sit until the sun comes up. Last evening, my gut asked me if I was having a hard time being caught between my heart and my head. I nodded. I said I didn't know if I could live with either of them anymore. Quote, my heart is always sad about something that happened yesterday, while my head is always worried about something that may happen tomorrow. I lamented, and my gut squeezed my hand. Quote, I just can't live with my mistakes of the past or my anxiety about the future. And so I sighed. My gut smiled and said, in that case, you should go stay with your lungs for a while. I was confused. The look on my face gave it away. Quote, if you are exhausted about your heart's obsession with the fixed past and your mind's focus on the uncertain future, your lungs are the perfect place for you. There is no yesterday in your lungs. There is no tomorrow there either. There is only now. There is only inhale. There is only exhale. There is only this moment. There is only breath. And in that breath, you can rest while your heart and head work out their relationship. This morning, while my brain was busy reading tea leaves, and while my heart was staring at old photographs, I packed a little bag and walked toward the door of my lungs. Before I could even knock, she opened the door with a smile, and as a gust of air embraced me, she said, "What took you so long?" We express our gratitude for being able to celebrate our liberation from that which enslaves us. As we take many, I hope, deep breaths, celebrating with Mi Chamocha.
Who is like you, Adonai? Who is like you,
That reminded me, I got Gloria a new shaker in Uruguay the other day. I got you a new shaker in Uruguay. It's orange with flowers on it. And I just thought, oh, Gloria would like this. So for those of you who follow Cantor Becky Mann on social media, you know that she's debuting her first album, and she did a Kickstarter campaign to try to raise the funds. Any idea how many minutes it took for her to raise all of the funds? Paul? 90 minutes, all of the $30,000 in funds were raised. No, she's at 50, or she's probably more than 50. When I checked yesterday, she was at 50. Who knows where she is now? So, we are so excited to have her working on her new album, and she will be here in May. And if you would like to support Becky, come talk to me after the service. A reminder that the first synagogue outside of the synagogues that she's worked at to lift up her music is right here in her home, probably with this Hashki venue. So all of us come to Shabbat with different things on our hearts, on our minds, on our guts, on our lungs, as we've been reminded. Some of us are here because we need something. Some of us are fulfilling the joy of observing Shabbat. This is our moment where we stand before God and we tell God exactly what it is that we need. unabashedly, selfish is okay. God, Adonai, God, however you speak to the one that has no name and every name all at the same time. Adonai, love me. Adonai, heal me. Adonai, protect me. Whatever it is, we open this Amidah prayer from our hearts. Adonai, love me, Adonai, love me, Adonai, love me, please love me, Adonai. I open it to you. What would you like to share tonight that you are in need of? Because guess what? Somebody else in this room is also in need of it. Healing. Adonai, heal us, Adonai, heal us, Adonai, heal us, please heal us, Adonai. Carol, did you have one? Strengthen us. Adonai, strengthen us, Adonai. Strengthen us, Adonai. Strengthen us, please strengthen Adonai. Calm us, I like it. Adonai, calm us, Adonai. Calm us, Adonai. Calm us, please calm us, Adonai. Peace. Adonai, bring us peace, Adonai. Bring us peace, Adonai. Bring us peace, please bring us peace, Adonai. One last one. Joy. Adonai, bring us joy, Adonai. Bring us joy, Adonai. Bring us joy, please bring us joy, Adonai. Back to Adonai, love me, because love encompasses all of these things. Adonai, love me, Adonai. Love me, Adonai. Love me, please love me, Adonai. We rise for our Amidah, which is done silently tonight. You can follow along in your Siddur.
Adonai, love me, Adonai, love me, Adonai, love me, please love me, Adonai.
Both in our I want to hear somebody pray and Adonai love me, we heard that there was a need for healing. Healing for ourselves, healing for our loved ones, healing for our country, healing for our planet, healing for everybody. Everybody has something that they are in need of healing for, even if it's their orchid like me. We need healing. We need it. We sometimes are broken. This is a world that is fractured. And this is another moment where we think of others, but we also think of ourselves. And so we have a list of people that we in our community have submitted to our office because we want to make sure that we can give them a communal Misha Berach, a prayer for healing. And then there's the people who are in your hearts that you wish to say tonight. And then that includes those of you watching on the live stream. We encourage you to also submit those names in our chat. We think of Paula Watson, Laverne Cohen, Dale Gorman, Eli Oberlander, Thelma Horton, Mary Ann Milkulik, John Hutchings, Jerry Polis, Lottie Polis, Sylvia Rochford, Jeff Wayne, Ronit Brotbauer, Nachman Brotbauer, Sue Matzkin, Logan Knapp and family, Shoshana Ham, Amber Holdorf, Tony Boss Patchell, my sister Alana Bat Avraham Aliyah, and all of our family and friends in this world in need of healing. If you would like to submit the names of those you are thinking of, all you have to do is rise and say those names. So it's our custom here to rise together, and if you feel comfortable putting your arm around the person next to you, I'm going to say this Misha Berach for all those names and all those who have no one to say it for them. Misha Berach Avotenu Mekor HaBracha of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Misha going to remain. Are we? No, we're sitting. We're sitting. Go ahead and please be seated. And I apologize to anybody who is on our live stream. It was a bit delayed in submitting your names, so we think of all those that you named as well in our Misha Berach prayers.
Shabbat Shalom. You know, we are about to begin our concluding prayers, the Aleinu and Kaddish Yatom. And I just want to start by sharing a story, a very personal story. I miss my mom so much. She died almost 25 years ago. It's hard to even imagine. I was 3 at the time. But I miss her, especially at Thanksgiving. You see, my mom made a verifiable feast every single year. She asked everyone what their favorite dish was, and she made everybody's favorite dish every year, and the leftovers were spectacular. Even though I didn't know what the phrase meant at the time, it turns out she trained me how to be a really good sous chef. I was really good at chopping things up. And in our tiny little kitchen, we would talk for hours, and we would never get tired. I remember coming here, well, actually the old building on Emerson, to say Kaddish for my mom that very first time. And the words would get tangled up, and I could never keep up with the rabbi. I really didn't understand what Kaddish meant when I recited it and why we said the words, but I knew that this was what Jews did when they lost someone that they loved. Actually, it's not quite the truth. I read and reread the translation to try to figure out how I was supposed to recite this prayer, this poem, praising God, all the while missing my mom so incredibly much. I was so angry with God. She was so young. And yet I did what Jews did, and I kept reciting those words every week after she died, because that's what Jews do. It was only a few years ago, after I had been a rabbi for many years, that I realized I could reinterpret the Kaddish in a way that could finally make some sense to me. I could choose to reframe Kaddish Yatom as a prayer to be recited thanking God for every single moment I had my mom in my life. And so now when I say the Kaddish, I try to think about some great memory of the time we did have together. And then I can truly do all those Yit Gadals, V'Yit Kadashes, and exalt and hallow and bless and praise and honor and glorify and laud the Holy One. You know, there's a movie that's already been referenced once tonight that's out this week. And there's a beautiful lesson in one of the songs, but unfortunately it's not until part 2, so you have to wait till 2025 to get to this song. The words are familiar to many of you, but they are worth sharing now. Written by a great lyricist and another great poet, Stephen Schwartz. I feel as if he was thinking about Kaddish in some ways when he wrote these words. He taught us the following. He said, "I've heard it said that people come into our lives for a reason, bringing something we must learn, and we are led to those who help us most to grow, if we let them, and we help them in return. Well, I don't know if I believe that's true, but I know I'm who I am today because I knew you. So much of me is made of what I learned from you. You'll be with me like a handprint on my heart. Who can say if I've been changed for the better? I do believe I have been changed for the better. And because I knew you, I have been changed for good. For me, it's almost 25 years since I lost my mom. And I tell her stories over and over again because I was changed for good. And I finally feel like I understand what the words of Kaddish Yatom mean. That even though the person that I loved is gone, I have been given the greatest gift of all. Every minute, every hour, every day, every year was a gift from God. And finally, I can say the words of Kaddish Yatom and actually mean them. This year, as we look around our Thanksgiving tables and think about those who are no longer sitting with us, may you stop for a moment before all that amazing food, perhaps all your favorites that someone special made for you, and think about all the lessons that they taught you and every blessing that they gave you. Then truly will next Thursday perhaps be a Thanksgiving for all of us. We're about to rise for the Aleinu. The word Aleinu, as I often say, means it is upon us. And so it is upon us to praise God for every blessing in our lives.
It's up to us to call ourselves to task, to sing what's good and true, to bring about redemption. It's what we were freed to do. For what's the point of being here if we're not moved to change our ways? Aleinu l'shabeach, it's time to live our praise. We are carrying the stories of the ones who came before. What stories will be told of us when we are here no more? We commit ourselves to action. It brings meaning to our days. Aleinu l'shabeach, it's time to live our praise. It's up to us to own the vision. We are an answer to a call. It's up to us to live the words we speak for the benefit of all. It's up to us to bow down deeply. There's a broken world to raise. Aleinu l'shabeach, it's time to live our praise. Aleinu l'shabeach, it's time to live our praise. Va'anachnu korim umishtachavim umodim lifnei melech malchei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu. Please be seated for a moment. All right, I'm going to do something unplanned. We're not going to do those who sow tonight. I'm going to take your lyrics. We're going to sing that instead. Well, I'm not expecting you to play it off the top of your head. Can I have the for good? You don't know it, John? It's okay. Yeah, thank you. No, we're going to sing it. I mean, I'll sing it. It's interesting because a lot of, I don't know if anyone else has Cantor and Rabbi colleagues on social media other than Rabbi Olshine and I, but everybody is parodying something tonight, and I was like, I'm not going to do it because everybody else is doing it, and I like to be a little different.
Yeah, no, but like that was perfect, and of course I'm going to tell the religious school on Sunday that I changed my mind and we're doing a Wicked spiel instead for Purim. So I just didn't want it to be too much Wicked. But now that you said the lyrics, we have to do the lyrics because it is such a good song for Kaddish, and it's a song that I also had picked when a friend of mine passed away, and I thought that I would be able to get through singing it at his funeral, and that's not possible. Because it is like so perfectly written by this Jewish composer. Who knows if he was thinking of Kaddish, but I think maybe he was. And so we are thinking of those in our community we have recently lost. Past President Stuart Blumenfeld, Arlene Fultonberg, Marilyn Frank, Elliot Alper, Avalon Baker, and Jan Durbin. This past week, that last name that was on our list was of one of our congregants, Kelly Blumen. It was her sister. And Kelly was with us on our Argentina trip when she received the news that her sister suddenly passed away and we had to get her home. It was a stark reminder that life is fleeting and life is short and things are unexpected and we must live them to the fullest. And I just wanted to take a moment to say that because I saw so much strength in one person in taking in this news and making decisions and having to fly back across the world unplanned. And these are moments we all are going to face in our life. And so when we say these Kaddish prayers, I love the idea that we are saying them for the moments that we're grateful for, not for the loss. We said the prayer for loss for El Malei Rachamim when we said goodbye the final time. So when we say Kaddish tonight, I want to think of these people in the way that Rabbi Olshein taught us, the things that we are grateful for, that they gave us in life. We also recall the Yortzites, the memories of the anniversaries of Abraham Goldberg, Lena Rakov, Shirley Gellin, Viola Bowler, Rola Lieb, Harvey Eisenberg, Molly Roman, Jeremy Poster, Betty Todman, Martin Sussman, Harold Turk, Morris Munich, Emmanuel Eisenberg, Gertrude Genzer, William Mahone, Jack D. Israel, Hania Oderberg, Selma Lenevsky, Mark Lika Revick, Ethel Biegelman, Irene Bachrach, Roz Katz, Sylvia Eliasberg, Melvin Eliasberg, Jenny Goldstein, Helen Mendelson, Irving Goldstein, Deborah Yaris, Yitzchak Hacker, Jesse Wirt, Frida Shaw, Murray Shaw, Miriam Gordon, Bruce Marshall Dunn, Minnie Shaffrin. If you're on our web stream and you want to submit a name, I encourage you to do so, even if I don't get to see it in time. And if anyone else wants to recall someone who wasn't mentioned, we encourage you to. I've heard it said that people come into our lives for a reason, bringing something we must learn, and we are led to those who help us most to grow if we let them, and we help them in return. Well, I don't know if I believe that's true, but I know I'm who I am today because I knew you. Who can say if I've been changed for the better? I do believe I have been changed for the better. Because I knew you, I have been changed for good. I tried to do the beginning and the end, it didn't really work, but it's okay. So we rise now for all those we've mentioned and all those who have no one to say Kaddish for them, but who have brought joy and happiness to other people's lives. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, be'alma divrach irutei v'yamlich malchutei. V'chayechon v'vinechon v'chayed kol Beit Yisrael, ba'galav yisman karim v'imru, amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach ve'olam l'olmei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yithadar, v'yit'aleh, v'yithalal, shemei dekudsha b'richu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiran be'alma v'imru. Amen. Yehei shlama Rabbah min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. Osei shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us, to all Israel, to all the world, to which we say, Amen. Be seated for just a moment. We have announcements. A board member, John Perry, is going to be giving us those announcements. They're actually really short this week. It's very exciting. Come on up. And then also, I invite any of our religious school friends or preschool friends who are here, you can come on up, and we're going to have you do the Kiddush in just a moment.
Do I need that? Yeah. For the people online. Oh, okay. Got it. All right. Shabbat Shalom, everybody. On Sunday, November 24th, the Interfaith Council of Southern Nevada invites you to join us here at our Interfaith Thanksgiving service from 4:30 to 6 p.m., featuring guest speaker Sierra Byrne, the co-founder and co-CEO of Green Our Planet. Also, let's join CNT's new crochet chavurah. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just picking up a hook for the first time, this group is the perfect place to learn, socialize, and crochet with friends. The chavurah meets Sundays from 12 to 2 p.m. in the conference room across from the gift shop. For more information, contact the temple office. I laugh because I was just talking to my wife. She wants to pick that up, so it's like ironic. Ironic, yeah, it's great. The temple office will be closing early on Wednesday, November 27th, and will be closed through the remainder of the week in observance of Thanksgiving. So that's great. Hope everybody has a wonderful Thanksgiving planned.
But we do have Shabbat services, so.
Right, yeah. Friday and Saturday, yeah. The Sisterhood's annual Hanukkah Bazaar will be held on Sunday, December 8th, starting at 9:15 a.m. and ending at 1:30 p.m. Come browse the handmade crafts, unique Judaica, and gifts for all, and enjoy the cookie court, that's my favorite, latkes, and some kugel. For more information, to see our full events schedule of events, or to RSVP, please visit our website calendar. So with that, Shabbat Shalom, everybody.
Thank you so much. Shabbat Shalom. I also want to remind everyone that I'm taking a mini sabbatical in the month of December. So next week will be my last service on the Bima for just a couple of weeks. I'll be back for Hanukkah, Shabbat, and then gone again. So I just want to remind you of that in case you need me for anything. You can still contact the office, and they will help to take care of you in any way that you need. And I will be back after I have more of a thesis written. And there was something else. Now my mind went blank, so that means it's time for Kiddush. I'm getting there, don't worry. That I didn't forget. I won't forget you. Okay, come on up. Come get your juice. All right. Let's see. We'll put that over. Oh, here. This one. Thank you. Hello. Hopefully we have enough here. All right. So I want to give a big thank you for our Shabbat in the Round musicians. This service is unique, and it is something special that we have every single month thanks to them, and we have some new additions as well. We want to thank Glory. We have Sarah tonight. Hopefully she'll be around for much of our Shabbat. Did you have fun? Okay, good. And we have Brad, we have John, and tonight we also have Colin on percussion. We want to thank Alex with all of his help to make us heard. I want to thank Lee for setting things up. We have our Shamashim. We have Brian and Dell tonight, and Haley on staff. And of course, a big thank you to Rabbi Cookie Olshine, who is amazing, and I'm so honored to lead these services with her tonight and have her here all year. Did you guys like it? Yeah? Okay, good. All right. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Amen. Okay. Take one.
All right, we need a piece to pass back.
Baruch
Eloheinu melech haolam v'roshim lehem min haaretz. Amen.
We close with a prayer for peace. May there be peace in our whole world. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. I remembered what I was going to say. January 10th is Beatles Shabbat, so mark your calendars for that. But also, we are going to have it as our Argentina reunion Shabbat, so you'll learn a little bit about our trip that we just came back from as a congregation, and we'll have a little survey for you to learn about where you would want to go with the congregation the next time that we take a big congregational trip. That was what I forgot. Shabbat Shalom. Enjoy the Oneg in honor of William Mahone and his first yard site.